going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. We are back in the garage with the 135, the 1M clone, and today I'm going to be installing what I think is probably one of the easiest but most significant upgrades that you can do to your manual BMW. And if you're wondering what that upgrade might be, I'm talking about the ultimate clutch pedal. If you guys have been watching the channel, you saw me install one of these a few months ago on my E92 M3. When people were telling me to buy one of these for my M3, I really didn't think anything of it, but after I've installed it and I've been driving that car for a few months with it, I don't know if I could live without it. It is that significant of a difference when you have a manual E-Series BMW. The clutch pedal feel in general with the UCP is so much better. So we're going to be installing this on the 1 Series. It is the exact same process on the E92 M3. If you guys have not seen that video, I will have it linked up right here. That is a really good tutorial, like step-by-step how to install this. But I'm going to go ahead and install this real quick and then we're going to go for a drive so I can feel the difference. The clutch in this car is a heavier clutch than I have in my E92 M3. The E92 M3 has a stock OEM clutch. The 135 has a DKM twin disc clutch. So it's a bit of a heavier feel. Paired with this, I'm really curious to see how it feels. But even with the upgraded clutch in this car and the OEM clutch in the E92 M3, when I switch from the M3 to the 135, the M3 clutch in general feels way better. So I think this is going to be our ticket to a better feeling 135 clutch. I will have this clutch pedal linked down below for you guys. If you're interested in getting it for your manual BMW, I highly recommend you do. Let's get into the install. So I make this install a little bit easier because I actually don't run the spring at all on my car. There's different settings on the UCP, and depending on where you set it, it will change the overall feel of the clutch pedal, but that really only matters if you run this spring. After trying out all of the different settings with and without the spring on my M3, I decided the spring is no longer needed. It just gives it an overall artificial feel, and I think without having it, it just feels more authentic all the way through that clutch travel. Whereas with the spring, the clutch travel just feels a bit artificial. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And if you're already used to your clutch pedal, you probably don't even realize that it could feel much better. But ultimately, I went through all the combinations. The spring is not for me, so I just omit it completely. The other obvious benefit, this is plastic. This is aluminum. They also have quite a different shape to them, which is really what changes the amount of travel that each clutch pedal has. In addition to the UCP, they also supply a clutch stop. I like to use this clutch stop as well, and I do not remove any of the spacers. So technically, the way that I set up all of this is the most aggressive setting, meaning that I want the least amount of travel and I want the least amount of artificial feel in the clutch travel. All right, let's get this installed. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that's so much better. I'm telling you guys, this pedal makes all of the difference. Oh, it just feels so much better. All right, let's go for a drive. Start the jet. Oh my God, so much better. It engages immediately. It's exactly what I was looking for. And with the DKM twin disc clutch, it is like the perfect matchup. A little bit stiffer, but has much better feel and travel. Yes. You guys just have to try this pedal, man. I'm telling you, it is just remarkable what it does for the car. Really makes a massive difference. Oh my God. So much better. Oh, you guys. I'm telling you, that is the move. 1000%. That is the move. It's literally as soon as I lift my foot, it engages. Whoop. So much better. This car is just so fun to drive. It makes so many fun noises. Jumping from this to the S65 is such a crazy difference in car, but it's so nice. It's such a nice alternative to having an N54 with the big single and then the S65 NA. They're just like, they complement each other so well. Having both of those platforms in the garage, so fun. But both of the cars retain that raw feeling. It really is just like the perfect mix of cars to have in your garage. Variety is the spice of life, my friends. Still definitely getting used to these tires. They are a lot different. I will say, however, much nicer than the R888Rs. The R888Rs are good, but man, they are extremely loud and super, super firm. So they're just really not the most comfortable tires to be driving around in. But these Potenzas, I'm really starting to like them. I haven't put them through like an actual heat cycle and like given them the full beans yet. But so far, just a week or so of driving, big fan of these tires. The travel on this clutch pedal is so much better. It's so consistent all the way through. You don't have that weird like artificial spring feeling where you press it in, it's like kind of hard and then the spring kicks in and it's got this like really strange force to it. Oh man, it's just so much better like this. It's really just a combination of removing the spring, going with UCP, and then putting in the clutch stop. Like those three things together, magical. Oh, this car is so fun to drive, man. I never get tired of driving the 1 Series. It's just such an awesome car. It's almost time to throw that rear subframe in. I've just been so busy with everything, but I do have all of the parts finally. Everything I need, suspension, rear subframe, new brakes, the whole nine. Like this car will be an entirely different car when I throw that in. I'm doing it right the first time, buy once, cry once. And then after I knock all that stuff out, I'm removing the quarter panels on this car. I'm doing metal quarter panels and a carbon fiber roof, 100% DIY myself. It is going to be crazy. Oh, can you not love that? It's just so good. This car is just so good. Man, I just absolutely love this thing. It's just such a blast to drive all the time. I mean, I really am blessed, dude. To be able to get into this car that I've built to this extent, I am beyond blessed. Like, who would have thought building a 328 in my apartment garage would have led to this life? Like, it's just, oh man. I am extremely grateful for everything that I've accomplished with this entire journey. It is just the best job in the world, and words cannot even describe how much I love being able to do this for a living. I remember like 10 years ago when I had an office job and I could not stand the trajectory of my life at that time. I wasn't making hardly any money. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And overall, I just wasn't happy. I was miserable. It really sort of felt like at that point in life, I had no way out. Like I was just stuck doing this thing that I didn't enjoy doing. And that was going to be that for the rest of my life. But really all I had to do was start taking chances and start betting on myself, and using that mindset was really what got me to where I am today. Like all of the decisions that people don't agree with that I do were the things that propelled me to greater success. Every time that I challenge myself a little bit more, I'm actually challenged by more people, and on the other end of that is success. It happens every single time. It goes like this: I do something for myself that other people don't necessarily want me to do or they don't agree with. I challenge myself, I learn, I do the thing, and in return, it comes back tenfold. More opportunities, greater growth. It's just proof that you literally have to do things for yourself. You have to make your own decisions, your own personal choices. If you feel it in your gut, you just gotta go with it. If that's the thing that you wanna do, regardless of what society thinks, you've gotta do it, because you will get to an age where you will wonder, why didn't I take that bet on myself? Why didn't I take that chance? And I can tell you right now, as you get older, the number one fear is regret. I don't wanna be lying on my deathbed with any regrets. I want to make sure that I do all the things that I want to do. Damn, we're really getting into preaching right now? This is crazy. But you guys get the point, man. Challenge yourself, take risks, bet on yourself. But I'm a true believer of thinking it, speaking it into existence, and manifesting it. It's just worked out so well for me every single time that I've done that. It's just something about this one series that is just magical. I cannot get over this car. Easily my favorite car I've ever built on the channel. It just keeps getting better and better every time I do something to it. It's really crazy. I'm like waiting for the end of that, but it just never happens. The car just gets better and better every time I do something. Whew, I love this thing so much. It's just so good, you guys. It really is one of those like dream builds for me to be able to build a car like this. Oh man, that is a thing of beauty right there, my friends. So yeah, if you have been thinking about running the ultimate clutch pedal on your car, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I mean, this is exactly how I felt when I did this in the M3. It does, however, feel even better in this car because of the aftermarket clutch. The DKM twin disc clutch paired with the UCP, match made in heaven. I am just absolutely obsessed with it. Everything that I've wanted this car to be, it is turning out to be. So